right, as Dylan said, my name is Karah Vance. It's K-A-R-A-H. Weird spelling. Thanks, Mom. But I'm going to talk to you about a couple different things today. I'm going to talk to you about my background, kind of where I grew up, and also what inspires me. Specifically, I have a favorite poster, and I have a favorite saying that one of my favorite people said. So what I want to do is ask everybody here, who in this room knows anything about Amish people, the Amish culture? Anything at all? Anything at all? All right, great. Great. Okay, here's another question. How many people have actually befriended an Amish person or has been a neighbor of an Amish person? Awesome. We have to talk. We have to talk because I love talking about Amish people. Everybody thinks they're saintly, they're good, and they do good things. No. These people are loud, they're ornery, they're obnoxious, and their kids are out of control. Out of control, I'm telling you. We could not have a mailbox, for instance. We could not have a mailbox because they like to chuck cherry bombs into it and watch it blow up and then try to make a speedy getaway in their buggy. They watch us take a baseball bat. I mean, that's the old-fashioned way, right? We're trying to be old-fashioned. I don't know. I grew up on a dirt road. And we lived there in 1995. There were no power lines on this entire dirt road in 95. So when I got there, that's when the power lines were raised up. I thought, okay, this is cheap land. My dad's snatching it up. We're going to get power lines in here. So another fun thing that they love to do, every Sunday night, they go to worship in the morning. Sunday night, I'm in 5th grade, and it's dark out. I'm in bed. It's like 11 o'clock. I hear this boom box coming down the street. I'm thinking, man, why doesn't this car just speed through? It's like boom, boom, boom. You know, I'm trying to go to sleep. It takes 20 minutes for this boom box to get up to our house. So I look out the window. It turns out it's a buggy with the boom box on it. Okay? It's got green and purple lights underneath. Swear to God. You guys know, what is that called when they have green and purple lights underneath your car? What is it?
Track lighting?
Track lighting, yeah. Underneath your buggy. And there were, swear to God, two girls on top of the buggy, riding on it, and I heard beer bottles clanging. I'm thinking, wow, these people are partiers. This is awesome, you know, I gotta deal with this. So the next morning, you see beer bottles all over the place. They're litter bugs, too, man. They'll just chuck a big McDonald's bag out of their buggy in the ditch. So, it was great. But, I mean, they're great people, but they're fun, you know. So I realized, just studying them, living next to them, and then just getting to know, you know, a lot of the outside world, that we're all kind of the same. That we all are looking for change, we're looking for stuff that's fun. We just want to get out there and do something different, you know. So I went into theater. I had a BA in theater because I love to change myself sometimes. And I love to change myself because I learn a lot more in the process. If anybody's ever played a role here on the stage, you know that first of all, you got to get into the head of that person. You got to know what they're all about. You got to, you know the history about them. And you also got to change your physical self as well. My favorite role was in Waiting for Lefty. I played a role, the play was called Waiting for Lefty by Clifford Odets. And I played a short, stout, Italian, fat man who was the leader of taxi drivers in 1935, and they were all pissed off. They wanted to strike. And here I am behind the podium, and I'm saying, we don't need a strike, you know, when I'm puffing on my cigar. And I really had to get to know, like, the male physique, and I had to over-exaggerate it a lot. And to prove my point, I have a picture right here of myself. I have a picture. This is me, actually, passing around. It's funny. I had to jump into a fat suit, play this loud, fat guy, you know. But I learned so much. I learned about men. I learned about a different character. I learned about history, everything. So that leads me into my favorite poster. My favorite poster has the word change on it. And it's got an empty cocoon with one of the most brilliantly photographed butterflies you've ever seen in your life. And on the bottom it says, change is the essence of life. Be willing to sacrifice who you are for what you might become. I think that's a very powerful statement, and I try, it's very hard, but I try to follow that all the time. Now, for the end of my speech, I want to talk about my favorite quote. It It's by Mr. George Harrison of the Beatles,
Woo!
one of my favorite musicians. And, and he says that the more one travels, the less one knows, right? But it's funny because when people travel, they somehow come back being wiser. You know what I mean? They kind of know more about the rest of the world. So I actually traveled far away from Ohio, believe it or not, coming into a different state down here, as opposed to even a different country. I am realizing more and more that I know very little about the world, and that I'm ready to learn more, and I am learning a lot while I'm here. So, thank you. That's my speech.